I figured since the sequel Maleficent Mistress of Evil is coming out, well, why not talk about the first movie? And what are my thoughts on it? Here we go.
Features only for 394 Enjoy the show.
Maleficent is a 2014 Disney film directed by Robert Stromberg, written by Linda Wolverton, the original writer of the original Beauty and the Beast. Stars Angelina Jolie, Elle Fanning, Charlotte Copley, and it tells the story. Well, it's not really telling a remake. This is basically inspired by the original fairy tale in the 1959 anime Sleeping Beauty film. It's basically the story of Sleeping Beauty from the perspective of Maleficent, which is interesting, by the way. We show, we do see her confliction with the princess, conflicted relationship, and the king of a corrupt kingdom. So, as a beautiful young woman of pure heart, Maleficent has a idyllic life in a forest kingdom. When an invading army threatens the land, Maleficent rises up to become its fiercest protector. However, a terrible betrayal hardens her heart into a creature who is hell-bent on revenge, and she engages in an epic battle with the invading king's successor, then curses his newborn daughter Aurora, realizing only later that the child holds the key to peace in the kingdom. And that curse, we all know, she pricks the finger of a spindle of a spinning wheel, if you've seen the original Sleeping Beauty or read the classic fairy tale. Now, again, like I said, this is actually interesting. The problem with Maleficent is that it is just not very good. And we're talking about the first Maleficent, not Mistress of Evil. I hope that's a better movie than this, but as of right now, this is the worst live action Disney remake. People say The Lion King is worse. They say Dumbo's worse. They say Aladdin is worse. They say The Jungle Book is worse. They say Pete's Dragon is the worst one. No. This is my least favorite Disney remake. And this is one of my least favorite Disney movies of all time, too. Now, 2014, I'm going to admit, I was actually excited to see this. I was actually curious. The trailers looked cool. You had Angelina Jolie, who is always a plus. She's hot, even as Maleficent. And plus, Angelina Jolie is a great actress, and you had the sister of Dakota Fanning in it. But then when I saw the movie, my excitement went from 300% to 15%. And I just did not enjoy this movie as much. Thinking about it now, it's not as bad. No, this is bad. This is a very disappointing and boring movie from Disney. The sad part is that you're focusing on Sleeping Beauty's well-loved villain, one of the well-known classic Disney villains. Do you get what I'm saying here, people? You're focusing on Maleficent, and you're telling the Sleeping Beauty story from her point of view. Now, I'll give you this. It's not as bad as Snow White and the Huntsman or Huntsman Winter's War, because at least this has some quality to it. It has some redeeming factors. Even though Huntsman Winter's War had redeeming factors and Snow White and the Huntsman had redeeming factors too. Those movies still couldn't be saved because you insulted the Snow White's name. And I will be reviewing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 2020. So be on the lookout for the channel update next in December. It's coming in 2020. But again, this is Maleficent, the big bad. One of Disney's big bad, right next to Jafar, right next to Hades, right next to Dr. Facilier, right next to Ursula. Even right next to, if you want to go that far, Captain Hector Barbossa. And you're telling the story from her point of view. How can you possibly screw that up? It doesn't. It has no clear sense of direction, and now this movie did go into some reshoots. They did go into some reshoots, and they only reshot the opening, the issue, which was the only issue. I will say the opening is good. I will say that the song, the rendition from of "Once Upon a Dream" from Sleeping Beauty, performed by Lana Del Rey, that's really good, and I like Lana Del Rey. She was handpicked by Angelina Jolie to sing the song. I really like it. And I like Lana Del Rey as a singer, and she's pretty, and she has a beautiful voice. The score is good. James Newton Howard, his score is really great. I like the special effects and the costume designs, and I also really love the makeup by Rick Baker. Rick Baker is an Oscar winner makeup, so he knows what he's doing in terms of makeup. But the faces of the three pixies, they look good too. I'll give you that. And four of your main actors are trying. Sam Riley, Angelina Jolie, of course. It's Angelina Jolie, so good or bad, she can make the movie interesting. Yes, I know she's bisexual. I know she's weird, but she's, even through all that, she's still attractive. Elle Fanning, she's good as Aurora. And I can't even think Sharlto Copley. He's good. That's it though. The rest of the cast is just phoning it in, and unfortunately, that does include the one who played Dolores Umbridge in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Even she phones it in. The direction and the script. The direction is fine, and the script is not really the problem. It's just that the movie is boring. It's an hour and 37 minutes, and I found myself quite bored. Nothing interesting was happening. Nothing exciting was happening. And that's unfortunate too, because I am a Disney fanatic myself. Disney gets me most views on the channel than any other thing I talk about. Marvel, DC, even J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World. Disney doesn't get you 1,000 views, but it does good for me. I'm not asking to get 1 million views on every single video, guys, but that ain't the point. The point is just that this movie, it just, how do you make a movie about Maleficent not good? I pray to God that the sequel is better than this, because I don't really care about none of the characters. I don't give a crap about the story. Also, the movie has a tone problem. A tone problem. Are we getting this down here? I just don't, and I just don't know. I just don't know. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil has to be better than this. It's got to be better than this. Because from the trailers, you're kind of interesting me. Overall, yeah, I just don't like this film. Aside from those positives I just mentioned, a few of the cast members, the look, the music, do not waste your time with Maleficent unless if you like the Maleficent movie, more power to you. I just can't get into it. But it has few positives, and I'm going to let you slide for now. And I'm going to give you a skip it. Not a skip you out of 5, not a JD get out of my face club, just a skip it. Because you did have some parts I did enjoy. That's not saying much, but it's better than Snow White and the Huntsman and the Huntsman Witch's War. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So, let me know what you guys think of Maleficent down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you in between? Do you think it's a guilty pleasure? Do you think it's overpraised? Do you think it's underrated? Be sure to follow my social media links to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Letterboxd, Stardust, my official merchandise store, my official website. I will see you guys in the next review. You guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.